How to strike your irons consistently. Something that every golfer wants. Getting ball then turf contact, allowing you to strike your iron shots pure every time. In this golf lesson video, I have a simple golf tip for you, which is going to help you understand low point in your golf swings to make sure you get that ball then turf contact and allowing you to compress your iron shots like you see the pros. Before I give you this simple golf tip, if you're new to the channel, hello and welcome. If you're a returning viewer, hello again. A little reminder for you all, if you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit that big red subscribe button. Hit the thumbs up as it helps the channel out, and turn your bell on so you get notified of when I upload all my new videos. So when it comes to striking your irons better, I see real patterns in my lessons when amateurs really struggle with controlling that low point. We want that low point to be in front of the golf ball with an iron. So you're hitting down on the golf ball, striking ball and then that turf after. People that struggle with striking their irons, fat shots, thin shots, and it's because their low point is behind the golf ball. When it's behind the golf ball, yes, you're probably going to catch the ground fat, but in extreme cases, you might miss that ground, start to hit up on that golf ball and get those thins that really hurt your hands. So we need to understand how to control our weight and where our pressure needs to be in our golf swings. People that struggle with low point being too far behind the golf ball, generally speaking, set up to the golf ball nicely, they get their weight transferred onto their back foot like we're told, but then this is where it all goes wrong. By the time you get to the top of your swing, great strikers of the golf ball, you'll tend to see that they recenter their pressures and have it more 50-50 at the top of their swings. So they're basically 50-50, like you're gonna do a big jump off the spot. People that are struggling, striking that ground and hitting fat shots and thin shots, get their weight transferred, and I see it in my lessons, 70, 80, 90, I've even seen 100% on that back foot with the pressure. And then by the time they get to impact, they have no time to shift their weight all the way over, allowing that low point to be behind the golf ball, hitting those fats and thins. So what we need you to do is shift off the golf ball, but by the time you get to the top is recenter. Then you're going to be able to push in the ground, shift towards your target, allowing that low point to be ahead of the golf ball. And to help with this, I've got a little training aid. And I need to thank Pete Lockett for this one, as he showed me this. This is literally like a little foam foot wedge, which goes under your foot to stretch your Achilles out, or whatever it might be, tight hamstrings. It's like £5, £10 off Amazon. Get yourself one of these if you're struggling with striking your irons. This is obviously going to help you achieve better ball striking with those irons. But if you do struggle with fats and thins and controlling that low point, what you'll tend to see when you set this up to this golf ball and go to strike it, your weight's back here. You get rid of all your angles to try and get down to that golf ball, and you're going to smash the back of that foam. What we want to see is you having the ability to set up to this golf ball and have the confidence that you're going to hit a shot and miss that foam wedge. Before I show you how I want you to use that foot wedge to control that low point and strike, I just wanted you to know that I've brought on a new partner, Swingtweaks. As you know, YouTube videos are great for helping you out with your golf, but sometimes it's hard to work out which videos are for you and which aren't, which is where Swingtweaks is great. All you have to do is send your swing in from front on and down the line, and there's a bunch of PGA golf professionals waiting to help you with your swing. You're going to get a comprehensive video analysis, voiceovers, lines drawn all over your swing to help you understand where your issues lie. And then they'll provide you with an awesome summary at the end with links to drills, tips, personalized to your swing. Kind of like this drill here. And if you're even lucky enough, you might even get a review from me. So if you want to take your game to the next level with some golf lessons, check out Swingtweaks. It's $24.99, £19.99, and you get your 20% off when you use code Lockey. make sure you go and check out Swingtweaks. So how do I want you to use the little foot wedge to help with low point control? First of all, we're going to go super easy and go 2 foot widths behind the golf ball. If you go super close to start with, set yourself up with a 7-iron, give it a smash, you'll probably likely hit the back of the foot wedge. So give yourself some space to start with. And I want you to also start with your wedge rather than your 7-iron or longer clubs. So set yourself up, and what I want you to see if you can try and achieve is literally just feel like you're going to miss the wedge on the way down. It gives you a really good perception of how you want this club to come down into the golf ball and getting that low point ahead of the golf ball rather than hitting up like this way, like you might for driver. Going this way, we want you to go down the ramp, down the foot wedge, and get that low point in front of the golf ball. So start off with a wedge and a bit of space in between your ball and the wedge, and just slowly build yourself up. And when you get more confident, gradually get that foot wedge closer and closer and closer until maybe you might start to clip the top of it. And at that point, you want to try and work out, right, if I was to go really extreme here and get that wedge really close, what do I have to do to miss it now? Well, like we said earlier, if you're going to go swaying off the golf ball onto your trail foot and not recenter and not get your weight and pressure back onto your lead foot by the time you're striking that golf ball, you're going to find this really hard. So what I want you to really try and achieve is, by the time, even on these short little chip shots, by the time you get to the top of your backswing, which might even just be arms parallel to the floor, club parallel to the floor, feeling like your weight is more on your lead side. And then, like I've gone really extreme there, but I've thinned it in the opposite way. So I've gone with my low point too far ahead of the golf ball now, rather than having my low point too far back, missing the ground and hitting up on it to thin it. So really try and work out, right, by the time I get back to the top of my backswing, wherever that might be, I need to get my weight, my pressure shifting towards that target more. So I'm back shifting, and there's a really nice crisp strike. Once you get more confident, start to build those clubs up. Get up to more like your 7-iron, those mid-irons, and even longer irons if you want to. With my 7-iron, I go about a foot width, 1.5 foot width behind the golf ball. Longer irons, you want a bit more than that, as we're not going to really be as steep onto the golf ball, our angles of attack, but low point still needs to be in front. So play around with how far back and forward, what club it is, depends on how far you want that away from the golf ball. 7-iron, like I said, 1.5 foot width away or behind that golf ball. Set myself up, make sure that if I am transferring my weight and pressures onto my back foot, I'm recentering. And then I can start pushing in the ground better, getting out of my lead side and getting my low point ahead of that golf ball. Try and think of low point in reference to your lead armpit. That's where the lowest point of your arc is going to be. If you move weight back, your low point moves back because your armpit is further away from the target. We need to get that low point forward, that lead armpit ahead of the golf ball. And that is really going to help us miss our foam wedge, strike that golf ball better, purer, and hopefully hit more greens in regulation. Like so. Oh, what a lovely shot. I might even be able to hold that for my birdie. So think about getting one of these simple, cheap, really effective way to help you understand and control your low point to strike your irons better. Let me know in the comments down below, do you use anything like this to help your game? Maybe a towel behind the golf ball, something simple like that will also help. And remember, if you enjoy the video and the content, make sure you hit that big red subscribe button. Hit the thumbs up if you enjoyed the video as well and it helps your golf game, and turn your bell on so you don't miss any of my new uploads. Thanks all for watching. I look forward to seeing you in the next one.